What's up, everybody out there on YouTube? Bryson Michael RC here, and I want to show you guys a few things from my kind of DIY denture journey so far. I've already made a couple videos on these, so some of you guys that have been subscribed or have watched those other videos already know some of the information. I had some really rare genetic defect, and it ended up where like I got into my mid 30s and my teeth just started kind of falling out. And then Red Bull didn't help. It's kind of like battery acid on your teeth, and it was just like within a year or two my teeth were breaking and cracking and dropping out and all sorts of different stuff. It was crazy and it was painful. It was like 2 years of pure pain and stuff. It really sucked, and it was just sudden. We found out later that it was kind of a genetic thing. I don't do drugs. I don't even I rarely drink. So it's just kind of like it was weird to me. And it was always embarrassing because I'd be walking around, I'd have really bad teeth, and I just felt like people were looking at me like mouth or something like that, like thinking that I'm a drug addict or something because I had really bad teeth. But it was just like it was a sudden weird thing that happened. But I pushed through, I dealt with it, and one of the weird things is like I never planned on any of this stuff to happen. So all of a sudden, I didn't really have the money to do anything about it. I don't have the thousands and thousands of dollars it takes to get professional dental care, like implants or even professional dentures. So I kind of looked up all the DIY route, trying to make it a little bit cheaper on me. Plus, I'm a bit of a tight ass, honestly. Even if I had the money, I probably would have went this route in the first place because I do have the money now. Since I started the journey, I actually have the money now to get some professional ones, and you know what? I still enjoy the ones that I have now that I really have no plan on doing it. So I really love the ones that I have now. So if you've watched my videos before, go to Amazon. If you want the best ones for you, go to Amazon, type in Now Denture, and they're $200 a plate. So $200 for the top, $200 for the bottom. They're the easiest ones on the market that you can get. You get this little mouthpiece in uh, to see if your ridge fits onto this little area here. If it doesn't, you can send it back, get another size, and you can test it out with your ridge, so forth and so on until you get the right size. But basically, it has full, like almost professional denture teeth with the beginning part of the gums. So everything's all together as this perfect straight set of teeth. And you guys will see it towards the end of this video. You guys will see how good these ones are. And these are over a year old. So, I mean, there's a little discoloration and stuff in them, but they're still, the teeth are beautiful. I mean, I love everything about them. And I can adjust them anytime I want on my own. And anybody who knows anything about dentures knows that your gums actually shrink and they change, they form different ways as you're losing bone structure and things like that. And so it's nice to have a pair that you can go in and actually adjust yourself, and you don't have to go back and pay the dentist more and more money to do that. So I'm going to show you a few of these. I've already made one video showing you kind of the difference in some of these sets, so I didn't grab everything out like I did last time. I just want to go over these really fast. There's this here. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically just this plastic piece that is supposed to cover the front of bad teeth. And you can get them with these as seen on TV things. You can get some of this like heat and form plastic and put on it. And actually, I seen some girl on, or a couple girls on YouTube using these as actual dentures and eating with them. I don't know how you do because the teeth are flimsy as hell. This is all flimsy as hell. Like, I don't know how you do, but some people do. So that is an option. And I think they're only like 30 bucks for this option. You don't have full teeth, so you only have like the front teeth. You don't have all the way around. Like, you can see how that is all the way around and big. That's just kind of the front, but at least gives you a decent smile if that's all you can do. Then you have something like this, which is like the Jesse Dent, or I think it's Denture Way, that is full heat form plastic. The gums are, and they come in a variety of different colors and stuff. This is kind of more of the $80 and up, $100 sets. Still fairly cheap. And this is, I'm actually really good. You can go through my YouTube and look at a lot of, I'm a maker, so I've built drones, 3D printers. I've built all sorts of helmets. I've built an entire Iron Man suit. So I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to creating things, matching things like that. And I probably put tons and tons of hours of work into this. And this is probably my 5th or 6th one that I built. It's one of the better ones that I did. You can still see that the teeth are not the straightest, not the best, but that's about as good as I got it, and I spent a ton of time on it. So if you're not a maker and you're not very good with your hands, this isn't really a route that you want to go. And there's a lot of people online that have bad reviews on this because they weren't any good at doing it, because it actually is pretty tough to do. So don't get discouraged. Just if you have to go this route, then don't get discouraged. Just keep focused and keep at it, and eventually you'll get something that's wearable that you can eat with. And that's one of the biggest things with it. This is one of the cheaper ones. You can tell by the plastic color. One second. This is one of the cheaper ones that this is kind of the hit or miss type of things if you're getting these. I think this was between $30 and $50 or something like that. And this type of plastic here that you get for the gums, if you drink a cup of coffee, this will become malleable. And then you'll have to spend time re-straightening it and doing all sorts of other stuff with it. So it's really not, the cheaper ones are really not good for that. Unless you just want something cheap enough that you can pop in and you can eat with, and you're not going to drink any coffee or you're not going to eat anything hot, then these would be perfect for you. But if you like hot stuff, then they're really not all that great. These were really good when it came to eating hot stuff, because it took like 15 seconds for it to become malleable. So as long as you didn't have the heat in for too long, then this stayed pretty good the entire time. Not this. And these right here come with teeth that are on a wire all the way around, which if you guys are into partials, which I did have a lot of questions about partials. Do they come in partials? The ones that are really good that I have in, that I really love, you cannot do partials with them at all. Sorry, you just can't. These ones you can. So you can actually cut the wire that's connecting the teeth and actually just get the section that you want, mold the section that you want, and then create it. It's the best way to do that. Or they've got these individual teeth here that don't come on a wire, and you can just kind of pick out the ones that you want that match your teeth the best, and then do it that way. So these without a wire, though, I wouldn't suggest doing a full set without the wire in the teeth. And that's one of the bad things. It's just kind of a coin flip if your set's going to come with this kind, or if it's going to come with the teeth with the wire on it. But what I always suggest is when you make this to your mold, you then heat it back up and put it in your mouth and get a form fit, like a perfect fit. And if you do that with the ones that are individual, they will just kind of spread out while you're pushing it in, and you can't keep them straight, and it sucks really bad. So you want the ones on a wire if you're doing a full set type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So all this you can do partial with. This I just have, it's a little bit of this is how much I had left over of gum material from the NOWDENTURE set that I'm actually wearing, that I'm going to show you guys here in a second. So you get quite a bit of it left over. So if you have any repairs and stuff to do, problem is I saved this, but this is from like the first time that I did it. So this is actually used. I got to go I'm trying to find another place where I can just get this material. What I need to do is get a hold of NOWDENTURE and see if they can just send me this, because it's the perfect gum color. Though when you first make it, it is the perfect gum color. In fact, with all these ones, and I bought every set you could buy on Amazon, with all of them, none of them have perfect gum color. And this hot color, like, I'll show you the reason why this is melted off is because I took a little bit of this to do a repair. And you can tell the difference in the brightness of color. Like, it's way off, like way off. They just picked the pink dye and threw it in it. But this stuff was perfect when it came on. So let me show you guys these real quick. This is what you want to go with, and I apologize for the way that I talk after this. And these just came out of my mouth, so if they have any food on them or anything like that, I'm trying to clean a little bit off right now, but oh well. Anyways, these are the ones, and like I said, they're a little discolored on the top, so that's not the perfect gum color anymore. But you can see how this has all this plastic and real gum color all the way across, and this is all you see. You don't even see this up here, so I don't even need to change or get more plastic, because you can't even see any of that when they're in my mouth. All you see is this little bit of gum here and this little bit of gum there and the teeth themselves. But you can see just how straight and big and beautiful those are compared to those ones. So, and this light really is doing this some injustice because they're not this, they look really orange in this, like really orange. They're not this bad, like not in real life. I'm looking at them right now in the light with my own eyes, and they don't look nearly as bad as they do on camera. So that's weird. I could probably take this used stuff and just make a better, oh yeah, because it's just a better color. I don't know. I might see. It's boiling water, so if there's any bacteria in it, it'll be fine. But yeah, see, those are amazing. Amazing, amazing. And you can see that repair that I did, that bright color. So that's what I took off of that. And see, that's with a little bit of time. So it's been setting a little bit of time, it just gets brighter, like hot pink. So it's weird. Weird how that changes a little bit of color like that. Did a little bit of a repair of the plastic. And sometimes you got to do that. So another thing too is I kept, when I took it out of my mouth, I kept taking my thumb and pulling on it, you know. There's a little bit of food in there. One thing that I do, and I'll show you this. One thing that I like to do is just go in here with a little toothpick. I keep a thing of toothpicks on me, and when I go through and clean them at night, that's why I'm making this video, because I was about to take them out anyways. Just go through and get them all nice and cleaned up. Get everything out of them. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I used to pull them out like this, and I popped out the front. And I was trying to show this on the last one. That's pretty discolored, but I mean, all of your food and everything that you bite down on comes onto that, so you can kind of expect that to get about the worst out of any of it. But you can see that there's plastic up on the back side of the teeth right there. That is, it already comes with all that, but if you accidentally pull one of them out, you can just get this stuff and you just put it inside of a little spot and then put that tooth back up in there and then just kind of smooth it out along the back, and then it just forms to that. So I've kind of wondered if you can take this stuff, because it turns into that gum plastic. So I've kind of wondered if I can make a mold, and this comes with these 4 different repair things, which is enough plastic to make a full denture out of. I thought about seeing if I could do that, make a mold from this and then make it out of this fully. I don't know. I'll let you guys know if I do that. But you can check some of the other videos out in this playlist, and you'll see me actually wearing these. I'm not going to do it in this one because I don't want to change my camera. You can just see how amazing those look. I've been told by a lot of people they're better than like something like affordable denture, which is over $1,000. This $200, $200, $400 for that. And I can form it anytime my gums shrink. I can just go in and reform it. So it's just like a plastic cup around that fits your gums in just like this. And then you basically build up the inside and the outsides yourself with the formable plastic. So it's pretty legit. Putting them back in. So one of the things about it is I got those one day in the mail. I came inside, made them really quick, and then ran to Wichita. Like, they don't take no time to make. So it's awesome. No time to come in here and form them real quick, because the one thing you don't have to worry about when you do it with the NOWDENTUREs is you don't have to worry about the teeth themselves. Even the ones on the wire don't stay very well. So when you're going in to reform them, you can see how these ones have kind of rolled to the side. Like sometimes when you're going in to reform them, they'll start getting hard and one of the teeth will be off, and you'll have to go in there and readjust it and all sorts of different stuff. So you don't have to worry about that with the NOWDENTUREs. They stay perfectly fine the entire time. All you're doing is molding the top part and the outside part. That's it. It's pretty cool. And then I I soak them in these every night, every single night. So that's kind of what I use. And then I do put a little bit of this on it a lot of the time. If you're going all day and it's going to be a while before you can take them out and do anything, and you have a couple times that you have to eat, it's good to have some of this. I like to have the scope type because it makes your mouth feel good all day. It's like having scope in your mouth all day. And I just wanted to show you guys this real quick, just in case you're somebody who's new to wearing dentures or anything, and if you have sensitive gums from just having like extractions or something, this is a good product to wear inside of it. It keeps it sealed, keeps it bonded, keeps it tight in your mouth, and it works just like any other glue. It's not as bonded as glue, but this right here will, because you're putting your teeth, your gums directly on hard plastic, and whenever you've had extractions, that can be pretty painful. But that's like a little padding. So you basically get this wet, like a little piece of padded paper, and you get it wet, and it's a soft little pad, so your gums don't hurt nearly as bad, and you can actually start chewing a whole lot sooner if you have these in. And that's what I did when I first got my last ones extracted from the bottom and the top. I was using those Seablon, and it was so nice, so nice. So if you're planning on having a procedure done, if you're going around, I feel really bad for a lot of people that, I've had a lot of really big comments, and feel free to leave a comment on on this video or any one of the other ones. Um, I get it. I understand when you're walking around and people are seeing you a certain way. I got told stories from people who told me that they were told they weren't going to get a promotion at work because they didn't have the right look, because they were going to have to be up meeting people all the time and meeting higher ups, and because they didn't have the right look, they weren't going to get the promotion, and they knew it was because of their teeth. And it's one of those things. Most of your dental insurance only allots like $2,000. It really doesn't cover much, which they're just expecting you to go get cleans and then a cavity here and there, not expecting to have really big procedures and stuff. So I get, the struggle that a lot of people have when it comes to their teeth. um, I'm glad that they have something like this DIY that makes it a whole lot easier on people to come in and have options and not have to spend a whole lot of money. This gives me time to just save some money up and, work my way up is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to affordable next, and then I'm going to go to the next one after that, and I'm going to work my way up and see what the different ones are like compared to these ones. Because to be honest with you, I don't need anything else besides these NOWDENTUREs. And I would say anybody out there, go get them. Like, definitely, if you need them, go get them. I got a comment on the last video, which was strange to me, but I actually thought about it for a while. It was from a guy that said that he was a prepper, and I was kind of thinking to myself, like, if you're a prepper, wouldn't it be actually a good idea to go have your teeth pulled and get a real good sturdy denture? Because do you want to be in like nuclear holocaust or some sort of a zombie apocalypse or something like that, and suddenly get several cavities? And then tooth pain's worse. It's like the human animal is like, the teeth part is like the worst design. You can go to like a llama or a paki, and you can sand their teeth down. You can take a file and file their teeth all the way down. They don't feel it. They don't have any feeling in their teeth. But a human being has tons of feeling in their teeth, one big nerve connected to a gigantic nerve, and it hurts. God, it hurts. And then when you get it all out of your teeth, if you don't have that sensation from like a dental implant or something like that, then you just start losing the bone and stuff. It's just like a piss poor design in your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of sucks. It's part of human suffering, I guess. I don't know, but um, hopefully this eases some of the human suffering on some of the people out there who are walking around without teeth. It's embarrassing. It really is. I've already shown myself a couple times on video without them. And both times I just mentioned how embarrassing it is, because it is. And there's a little vanity involved with the whole thing, because you don't want people to see you like that. And so those people who walk around all day without, like, I really do feel for you, because, and especially if you can't eat, not just being seen, because some people just don't have vanity and they don't care. And that's fine too. but you still want to eat. You still want to be able to eat certain things. But here's the crazy thing. You know what? When I worked at the casino, I was 21 years old. I worked at the casino here close to my hometown, security guard, and there was a game tech that worked out there, and she didn't have teeth at all. And you would never notice it when she had her mouth closed. Like she didn't look like she had no teeth. It was crazy. I think it's because she had big gums and she kept her gums stimulated all the time because she ate everything without teeth. I watched her bite into an apple without teeth. So I guess like you can get good enough at it. You can do it. It can be done. I've watched it be done. But man, I couldn't. My bottoms, even though it's been like a year, the bottoms still have so much sensation in them that if I push too hard or if I don't have an adequate enough amount of stable glue in it to where like my bottoms move around any bit while I'm eating or something, I get these sharp pains and stuff in it still. Like they're completely healed, but I think I still have I think your major nerve goes through your bottom jaw. I'm pretty sure that major nerve goes through your bottom jaw, and I think it stays there. And like I feel like I have phantom tooth every now and then. I'll bite down and my thing will shift, and I'll just feel like I have like a toothache again for like a split second. It doesn't last for very long, but it's weird. It's weird. But anyways, I'll end it with that. Hit me up on this. Give me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what type of video you want me to make on this next, because I just want to make something informational. What's the word? Informative, something that gives you guys information. You know what I mean? That helps you guys out, because that's what this whole series is going to be about. It's just helping you guys out. It's putting myself out there, putting myself on out on the line to embarrass myself or to be a guinea pig in some sort of a way, so that you guys can make good informed decisions and save you guys some money. You know what I mean? So, or even just making backups. If you have professional ones and you want a set of backups, then now dentures are perfect. Perfect. They come in four sizes, I've learned. I thought there was only three, but I guess somebody left a comment saying there's four sizes. There's like a small, medium, large, and extra large. Mine are like the large men size, so they're pretty big. All right, that's the tops. They're pretty damn big. And these were considered the big that I got from Denture Way, and they're pretty big. Let's look at this front tooth compared. That's about the same size. Hey, I might have a replacement just in case anything ever happens. Maybe. That's pretty cool. Just learned that live here. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.